Good morning, and yep, it's still middle of summer, even though some of us are waiting for that winter. Some of us especially are getting tired of the heat, and tired of that wildfire smoke as well. And that's something we're going to have to talk about today because some wildfire smoke came in yesterday, it's lingering around, and more will be possible as we get later today. And we're going to have a high pressure system that's going to be making its way, and it's going to bring in cooler and drier conditions for the middle of the week. And as we get towards the end of the week, well, we're going to see a bit of a change as warmer, muggier, and even rainier conditions start to make their way in. Let's start here looking at that air quality index for today, what we expect, and it's going to be unhealthy for those since groove across the Northland. Now, this was earlier, so it looks like we might actually be clearing as we get into the afternoon. And we look at those air quality alerts, this is why they expire relatively soon. Northwest Wisconsin at 3 p.m. today, the UP at noon Eastern, and for Minnesota, it'll be 9 a.m., so right when the show is wrapping up here shortly. And that's why, because we're going to see a little bit of that clearing, but do expect more. As you can see there, another round will be making its way down as we get later into the day, and especially into the overnight hours. So might see in the low air quality into our Wednesday, and it's caused by this other cold front we're about to come through. This was the one that came in yesterday. It stalled, becoming a stationary front, and we're about to have the second one move on through. Of course, with that cold front, we also saw a bit of instability overnight and continue to see some shower to storm action as we get into the afternoon, showing a little bit in northwest Wisconsin, UP, but mostly northern Minnesota. That's where we have those chances for some isolated showers and storms as we get going in the day. But outside of that, it's going to be a pretty nice day when it comes to temperatures compared to Monday. Look at this, 70s for most of us. Getting into the upper 70s once you get in northwest Wisconsin, mid to low 70s, northern Minnesota. And as we get into Wednesday, similar story with the cooler temperatures shifting eastward into the Arrowhead and even into the UP as well. And with the cold front, we're going to see some winds picking up. It's going to be blustery out of the northwest, 20, 25 mile per hour gusts at times. But we're going to pull forward a bit because as we go into Wednesday, it's going to calm down. And as I mentioned to start off, it's because we're going to have a high pressure system that's going to be making its way in. It's going to make it pretty dry, going to keep the temperatures pretty comfortable, and hopefully get enough clearing of the wildfire smoke so we get to enjoy these nicer conditions. But as we get to the end of the week, we're going to have a low pressure system in Canada. It's going to bring down a cold front, and that means we're going to see more rain chances return. A little bit of rain will be possible Thursday, some isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms, but it's going to become a little bit more widespread as we get into Friday. This is the probability we're looking at, and it's mostly picking up as we go into northern Minnesota. But you'll notice I pulled over to Saturday, and it looks like even after the cold front passes, those rain chances are going to be sticking around as well, especially in the southern half of the Northland. And that's because as the cold front moves through, you notice it's going to stall, become a stationary front, allowing for more rain as we get into Saturday. This is why we also have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall for both Friday and Saturday. So we need to keep an eye on potential flash flooding, and I'll also be keeping updated with any severe threat that might be coming our way as well. And with this, we're also seeing those dew points jump up. This is what's going to be bringing in that warm air that's going to fuel some of these storms. But we look at the temperatures now. We're also going to see those temperatures rising up as we get towards Friday. But you'll notice once that cold front passes through, we're going to be cooling down towards the end of the weekend. So a little bit of the up and down with the temperatures as we go through the weekend. And if we're looking here at our 7-day forecast, just be ready for the smoke for today. Going into Wednesday, towards the end of the week, the warmer conditions are going to come back as well as those rain chances.